Hello everyone, things haven't quite started just yet. I am just getting things set up for when the stream does start. Of course, I could also just be talking to myself right now. Distinctly possible. I also need to figure out my settings here. Oh, I've already got people coming in, it looks like. Let's see. Got that. And then this. I got quite a few people coming in. Hi, everyone. I haven't started just yet. I just like being ahead of schedule. Let's see if I put that there. Can't see it. It's the disadvantage of the vertical alignment of things. I can put these guys up here. Let's see. Is Travis on yet? No. Alright, I am just looking at things right now because I haven't done this very often, so... Settings... I'm quite surprised that so many of you guys are here already. Now let's put this guy here. There we go. And we're back down to just a few people. Cool. Thank you, Stranger Prime. So right now I'm just waiting for Travis Artz, the voice actor for Cyberverse Hot Rod, to come online. This is really his deal, but I'm here as well, and I'm going to be showing him how to transform several of these Rodimus Prime Hot Rod toys. Hello there. So it's about 5 minutes or so before things were scheduled to be started. I just like being early. I just realized it looks like the cars are going backwards. Let's fix that. There we go. Yep, got quite a few of them. And that's just the ones that I have out for this thing. Hey there, Nordic. Thanks for coming. Just a sec, folks. Well, I'm doing all right. Today's actually been a pretty good day. Work on the webcomic has gone quite nicely. The Titan Return Hot Rod. The Titan Returns Hot Rod is a good one. It's one of my favorites. I really love the opening cockpit and having a little miniature fig to go in there. Something I really wish more lines had done. But after Power of the Primes, they just stopped doing that, which I guess is understandable because they got away from the little minifig play pattern, but I miss it. Kingdom Ultra-Magnus. That's one that I've thought about getting. I have the Combiner Wars Ultra-Magnus, and I'm really happy with that one, but it looked pretty darn cool. I completely forgot that Hasbro was doing a stream thing today. So I don't even know what they showed off. I looked at TFW 2005 earlier, and I didn't see anything new, but I may not have checked at the right time. Oh, here he comes. Okay.
Hey, Thomas, what's up?
Hey there, good sir.
How you doing? Wow, that display is incredible. Wow.
And that's just the ones I have down.
What?
That's just the ones I have down. Now, hold on a sec.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh my god.
So this is what I call
Wow.
Wheeled Warriors of Primus.
Whoa.
So the Bumblebee
Oh my
character belongs to my
gosh.
wife. She's a huge Bumblebee fan.
Oh my gosh.
And
Wow.
the Pretender Bumblebee there, the
Yeah.
little transformer inside of it is actually signed by how's his name pronounced? Dan Gilvezan, the G1
Yeah.
actor.
Wow. That is incredible. Okay, Hold on. I just want to get some headphones real quick. I'll be right back so I can hear a little better. Hold on.
Sure thing. Sorry, when you say G2 colors, are you talking about like the Marvel Comics sort of pink magenta style? The color scheme that I actually haven't really done now that I think about it.
Okay. I'm back. Oh my gosh. Flip flop. How do people collect so much? So these I got, with the exception of some of my figures, I actually got most of these on eBay. They were all like secondhand open box. Reese Bracken, hi Hot Rod. Hey, Jess, what's up? How you doing, Jess? Thanks for joining. Can we hear Hot Rod, please? You're hearing them. You're hearing them. What do you want me to say? You're gonna hear them pretty much this whole time. Okay, hold on. Plugging in my headphones. Okay, you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, totally. Am I coming in?
Nice. Yes, I hear you great. Yes,
Cool.
especially now with the headphones. Team Hot Rod. Jess, thanks for catching me on your lunch. Thank you. I'm gonna optimize the layout a little here. Let's see here, so you can see some of this a little better. Let's see. All right. Okay. That's not bad. Okay. So I wanted to start off actually by asking you some questions. Asking you some general questions while I very impressively transform this little guy. It's basically the only one I know how to do from memory.
Oh, cool. Is that the Chrono Q?
The Q Transformers.
Yeah.
Yes. So you if anyone might recognize a theme, my hot rods are all at least somewhat correspond to a voiced version of the character.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on a little video featuring them all. So so I saw this little thing. This is like the only thing I couldn't really find like like a used secondhand version of. Like I randomly got it off of Target, I think, actually. Okay, but here I'm gonna transform him while I just ask you some. So how long have you been into Transformers, and when did you start collecting figures?
Well, let's see. I was born in '84, and
Okay.
my first Transformer, I believe, dates to it's going to be either late '86 or '87 because I have the G1 Transformers that I have or that were when I got it as a kid was Blot, Fizzle, and Scoop. Scoop, I actually remember getting out, actually taking them out of the package. So I've
Wow.
basically been collecting since then. The story goes that a godparent of mine um, gave me one of the first ones because he thought they were just really cool because it was like two toys in one or something like that. So,
Yeah, totally.
and then I've been steadily collecting them ever since. That is so cool. I
That's
wish I could
awesome.
have that one.
Really?
Yeah.
It's cute, right? It's a fun. So actually, fun little tidbit. The year I booked Hot Rod on Transformers Cyberverse. By the way, if you're new here, you don't know who I am. I am the voice actor for Hot Rod on Transformers Cyberverse. Hello, this guy. The year that I booked it, I was getting gifts, holiday gifts for my agents, and so I was like, oh, it'd be fun to like get a little, like a tiny little version
Yeah.
of the character or something for my agents. And this was obviously a different one, but this was one of the gifts that I got one of my agents. And then I think I found some other figures for some of the other agents at my voiceover agency. Yeah, but this was the one of the guys that I got him. Yep.
That is really cool.
Yeah, it's cute. And I was like, and so yeah, when I got one on my crusade to like find all the little the voice versions of the character, I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get one for myself then. Yep, got to do it. Okay, so I'm ready to transform. I'm
Sure.
ready to transform. Here are the ones. Well, this one is just for
Yeah.
that was just for show. But here are all the ones that I need to do. I think I shared with you the list. Do you want a dealer's choice? Which one do you want to start with first?
Let's see. Let's start off easy with Combiner Wars. Hi.
Okay,
This is
is
the little one.
this one right here?
Yeah. Or
Okay, great. And I have
yeah,
a little box of big medium box of little accessories too. So I might have to. I see you have the little like fin thing on there. I might have to dig in. I'm sure it's somewhere in my box, but
we're gonna move things back a little bit to give myself a little bit more room.
sweet.
There we go.
I
Yeah,
love that this is your normal video setup too. It's like this is the iconic Rodimus 13 Studios setup.
yeah. Well, here, real quick, let me show you what that looks like kind of further back.
Uh,
It's just
oh, nice.
a desk, and I have these lamps set up.
Oh, nice. It's so clean and so nice and like so. I love your videos. I mean,
And then,
they're so cool and your storytelling and the way you describe things is just so it's so great. Yeah.
thank you.
So I'm excited that like we're doing it with the setup. It's really
Yeah.
cool.
And then I use this as basically my tripod. My wife does resin stuff, and there's it's a movie Optimus Prime ornament that the leg had broken on it. So we were like, we should do something with this. And so we
Wow.
suspended it in resin, and it has this
Oh my
rough
gosh.
edges, so it doesn't move as well. And then I just set it here, and you can't even see it.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. It's cool. That's the foundation for the videos, you know? That's really awesome.
All right, so this is Combiner Wars Hot Rod. I think actually they used the name Rodimus on him. And if you have the little fin thing, it just pops off. And
Great.
he actually has 3 modes technically. You do this. This becomes his chest plate mode. He can combine with with basically Minosaur, the Stunticons, or with the 2 versions of Combiner Wars Optimus Prime.
Hmm.
So I actually usually have this guy as I think it was like MGO, one of the online Transformer reviewers, referred to as a chest minion.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
I'm trying to. So if you look right here, we got a seam along there, and you can sort of gently open up this part. So you got the arms,
Oh, okay, okay. I see. Like so.
and then you can sort of push down on the legs, and that frees them up.
Okay. Okay, okay.
And then this is the part that's kind of cool. So usually Hot Rod has the flames on the chest, but this one doesn't do that because technically this is a repaint of another toy. So you
Okay.
take this entire armature and kind of flip it over.
Ah, okay. Wait a minute. Let's see. I think I'm having. Okay. Yeah, yeah, okay.
And then bring this down, and then you flip it down, and there's the head.
The little head pops out down. Oh my gosh.
And then the fin becomes an axe because, interestingly enough, you can't, out of the box, attach the fin to his back. Like you
Okay.
could fake it if you wanted to, or use some sticky tack and
Hmm.
put it there.
Okay.
But again, that's
Well,
because this guy was originally Blackjack, who was who became like the 6th
oh.
member of the Stunticon team.
Well, you know what? I don't think I have the axe anyway. So like I said, I did buy these secondhand, so it's very possible that it is without axe. But it's great. We got one version with and one version without, so that's perfect. Yep.
But yeah, this is a cool little
Wow.
figure. I actually did a review on him, and that'll be up later this week. I can't remember if that's no. The next one is going to be this guy. But I think this one will be like probably Thursday or Friday.
Your video, I loved your video today, and that's actually I think was something I stumbled on recently when I was researching hot rod figures. Was that that movie line was also referred to as
Yeah.
Cyberverse, and I always thought that was really interesting. Maybe you have some insight on that, but I just came up with a theory today. I was like, oh, I wonder why they had, because that was, I think you said it came out in 2011. Is that right?
Something like that. Yeah. Cyberverse
Cool.
was a subline. So you
Uh-huh.
had the mainline toys for the movie, and then they had created Cyberverse, which was a line where they had specifically for the smaller toys, the Legion with
Okay.
the Legends class, which I think at that time was being called Legion.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think actually one was called Commander, which is a completely different size nowadays. Um,
Okay.
and so just these smaller figures that were more pocket size or would have like a play set. And then Cyberverse actually continued on into Transformers Prime, which was the next
Uh,
line. And then after that, they just phased it out in favor of just you have the Legends class figures as their own thing. And
nice.
then
I mhm.
and then they decided to use the Cyberverse name again for the line that you're very familiar with.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And that's where I started to think. I wondered if, because I was like, it's so interesting that they used it for a toy line and then ended up making a whole series based on, to call that line. And I wondered if they had trademarked the name Cyberverse for the toy line, because companies will do that, will trademark a specific thing, and
Mm-hmm.
I wondered if what came first, if they had like the storyline and then thought, oh well, it's Bumblebee in this kind of originally what I remember was like watching these stories and like in the Cyberverse, right? They were kind of like things that already happened. He's trying to regain
Yeah.
his memory, if I recall correctly, and I wonder if they said, oh well, we trademarked this name that kind of seems like it could go with the series, and so I wonder if that's why they decided to to reuse it. So yeah, I thought that was
Mm-hmm.
kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's
Anyway,
probably pretty close.
thank you for this. This was hopefully this is how it goes for the rest of it for me,
Yep.
because that's pretty painless. So I'm gonna put this guy up here with the rest, and
All right.
again, which one do you want to go with?
Let's see. Da-da-da-da. You
Oh,
know,
and someone asked, yes, this is the Rodimus Unicronus figure, for whoever asked. Yes, and we'll get to that one later.
okay, let's go ahead and do animated, which he has
Nice.
a this sort of double bow thing because they quasi modeled him after Hawkeye for some reason.
Interesting.
It's more obvious when you look
And
at
I do
the head.
great. And I do have some of his extra pieces, so that
Okay.
at least did come with the bow, which is nice because
Yeah,
is
so there's
such
two
a
ports on the there's
yeah
two little ports on the top and basically two pegs on there, so you can just sort of pop it on if you want, and it sort of
nice.
mimics
Mhm.
the shape of his fin.
Nice. Very cool. Okay, put that over here.
Okay,
Great. Okay.
so let's see. Looks like you got the hardest part already done, which is these panels connect in like three different points, and they are not easy to come undone. And
Wow.
I worry about translucent plastic because that's notorious for getting fragile over time. And I've
Hmm.
had several Transformers break on me recently, and I don't care to add to add to the number.
Oh, as a collector, that must be just. It must just hurt your soul. I'm so sorry.
All right, so I've popped the legs off.
Okay. By the way, that
So,
was totally by accident. That was I have no idea how the legs came off. Anyway.
yeah, you have they kind of bend like this. There's a joint in there, and
Mhm.
then these feet will actually peg in here, and then there's a peg right
Oh.
here that kind of goes in here, and then this part right here latches in under there, which makes it really secure, but also makes it kind of nerve-wracking trying to get everything off. Okay,
Right,
so
totally.
let's see. So we're going to pull the arms, and then there's an armature right here that will bring these forward. There we go.
Okay.
And then that will let us give some more room to move this back. And I believe we can rotate the
Twist it.
waist.
Nice.
And then we can pop the legs into position. And then this silver part here just folds up.
Okay. Folds up. Let's see.
It's possible that they may
Hold on.
already be in the up position, depending on how the trip was.
That could be true. Great.
Okay.
I'll go with that. I'll go with that.
Okay. So we got a little clear part here that can be lifted up.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then we rotate this down. And
Whoa.
then let's see I'm trying to remember which direct. Okay. So if you press down on, or you can use your finger, you can flip this panel around to reveal his
Mm-hmm.
Autobot symbol.
Also already flipped for me.
Uh,
Whoever sent this to me, the seller, they must have known that that it would just be better just to have some things set up already.
okay, so we're going to rotate the arm around, and then there's basically sort of a double joint thing going on here, so you can pull that down and then rotate, and then you can flip the hand out. And if I'm going too
Okay.
fast or something, just let me know.
I will. I think I got it. I don't know if I'm. No, I think I'm following so far. I think I'm. Yeah, I think I'm following so far. Okay,
Okay.
great.
And then we're going to push this armature up a little bit, and there are some pegs in the clear that kind of correspond to little notches in the armature. And so you just pop those there.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nice.
Oh, and then these front tires will flip inside
Mm-hmm.
to the chest.
Gotcha. And so it can kind of there, see right there.
And then let's see. I'm trying to remember how. And then this, I thought it locked in more securely than that, but I might be missing a step. But this gets it close. And we can,
Yeah.
of course, bring this part back up.
Oh, nice. Wow. I think this design is really cool.
Animated had some really cool stuff, and it's a shame that the line wasn't necessarily canceled prematurely, but they had stuff planned for later on, and they didn't get a chance to do it because movie stuff was coming out, and it got basically kind of preempted by that.
Wait, can I might have I missed. How did you connect the? Sorry, how did you connect the bow to the hand? Does it just go in?
Yeah, hold on. Let me try to do this without shooting myself in the face with it. So it's basically a 5mm port on the hand, and then you just kind of have to finagle it
Oh,
in there.
nice.
It's not super easy because you can't easily see what you're doing.
No, totally. And it, like you said too, I don't want to like. You're like, oh, I don't want to, you know.
You
Ah,
got this, you
perfect.
got this, you got this thin piece of black
Whoa.
plastic there that I worry about.
Wow. Look at that. That's awesome. Yeah, I just started animated and really enjoying it. I thought it was such a different, besides obviously the jump to like doing digital animation,
Mm-hmm.
I guess for my point of reference for that is Beast Wars. I found it to be the most unique in terms of the animated shows. Some of the most unique to Transformers design and animation for the property in terms of it being kind of almost more like that Hanna-Barbera style
Yes, very much so.
animated show. I thought it was really interesting for that.
And Derek Wyatt, if I'm remembering the name correctly, was the person who did the designs for that, and he sadly passed away, I think earlier this year actually. And he
Oh
was
gosh.
genius, and his art style is just amazing, and it still even influenced Transformers well into Transformers Prime, because one of the features you'll notice with like a lot of bots in anime is they don't necessarily have defined noses, and that's something that
Mm.
carried on into Prime.
Oh, cool. Wow.
But yeah,
Yeah,
this is one of my
that's
favorite
awesome.
versions of Hot Rod.
It's a great design. I was just they might be in the chat, but I think it's some mutual of mine. They did a video kind of breaking down their opinions about some of the Transformers designs and how they kind of preferred the less humanoid, like very detailed humanoid faces in favor of like kind of what you're talking about of like them having no noses. I think
Mhm.
it just they don't lose their humanity in that sense necessarily by doing that, but it gives them a more, and I think it's really it gives them a more personalized, unique kind of robotic characteristics. I really like it a lot. Yeah. All right. Well, here we go.
All right.
Rodimus Minor.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because they for the longest time they actually couldn't use the name Hot Rod.
That's right.
It had
Yep.
fallen out of copyright or something like that, and
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember
Which
when
is
they
why.
did get it, when they got it back, but I think it might have been around the time they maybe resecured Bumblebee or something. But yeah.
Wow. And yeah. Oh, bye, Jess. Thank you for joining us. I was going to say, yeah, I recall looking up a bit of the history that's why we get hot shots, and some sort of not replacement characters, but just literally in terms of the name, but why there, yes, certain characters that have um, similar personality features and are similarly written to your hot rod, but are called something slightly different. Yes.
All right. Well, let's move on to Titan's Return, Hot Rod.
All right.
And so I don't know if you have this, but if you don't, it's not that big of a loss, because I don't particularly think this weapon is all that great. But
I think I do. I won't. It's here. It's here. But I'll leave it off for now. Give myself a head start.
now, what I can show you is so inside you have the little cockpit, and inside you have the Titan Master figure, which is basically an evolution of the Headmaster. And you on the little gun thing, you can got to move his arms up.
Okay, wait a minute. I gotta take it out. I gotta do that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And by the way, I did also, because it didn't come with, I think, one of my other G1 figures, but from the Headmaster series, I believe is it Fire Drive, I want to say, or the headmaster. I got the. I'll show the other little guy. Kind of what you're saying.
Yeah, because they based him off of Hot Rod's Target Master partner from G1, who was Firebolt, but I believe they couldn't secure copyright on that name or something.
Right. Okay, now does the... Oh, here we go. I think I got it. Let's see. It appears that the weapon maybe has a little assembly as well. If you...
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
So yeah, you can pop it into 2 different weapons.
Got it.
And then you can have this in here, and you can either pretend it's a little battle sled thing for him to fly around, or have him on the outside, or have him in this when he's being held.
Yeah. Oh, now I have his Hot Rod's head on here. Does that come off of him?
It can, but it's not. It's you have to take a screw off or something like that to do
Gotcha.
it.
Oh, I see. Because the weapon is for the. I gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah. So there are some people that what they'll do is they'll like 3D print a new face and take this off and replace it, and then you can make it a different figure.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. Nice. Awesome. Someone said, dare to believe you can survive. Yes, indeed. Yes.
That was one of the first CDs I bought online. The Transformers.
No, that's awesome.
From
that's
a little-known website called Amazon.
Yeah. I believe I've heard of it. I believe one of my hot rods might be from that little-known website, actually. I don't know. Anyway.
Okay, so to transform this guy, it's just fold the legs up like that, and then you got him in head mode. We can set that aside for right now.
Great.
Okay. I was messing with these guys earlier, so I see if I remember everything. Okay. So we got this part here. You can flip that.
Yeah.
Then rotate. It has a little mushroom peg here, so you can rotate that around and then flip it down.
Cool.
Okay. And then we can pull the arms a little bit.
Nice.
And then the legs flip around like that, and then you flip the feet down, and then these parts go like that.
Great.
And rotate at the waist. And then we can flip the fist out.
Nice.
And then this front bit of the hood flips down. Now, here's the part that can be tricky, because on these little connector ports are kind of hit and miss with some figures. And some don't like to go in all the way. So a lot of times what I end up doing is I put the head in backwards, which doesn't get the same snap tight connection, but it's still, he's not coming off. And then you just turn it around.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. I mean, I'm not surprised. I knew from your videos, but so I bought this. I believe it's DX9 is the company that makes this Last Night Hot Rod. It's one of the few I could find in. Although someone just commented on one of my videos, they just I believe announced they're doing a studio series. Last Night Hot Rod. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe I have to think about getting that one now. But besides this one, I think they only had like the World War II era Hot Rod besides this one. But I needed a 20-minute YouTube tutorial to transform this guy, and stopping at multiple times. So kudos to you for being so clear and concise and so easy to in your help with me, because this is painless so far. What have we've done, like what, 3.5 hour?
Yeah.
Come on, it's great.
But yeah, this is one of my absolute favorite ones. I love the gimmick of being able to have the headmaster and put it in there. And
Yeah,
hold on a sec.
it,
Let me grab something that you might find kind of cool too.
Snow Pup. Yes, I did hear about the Transformers collector stamps. It's real. I thought that was really cool. I'm gonna have to go pick some of those up sometime.
So this came with a set from Power of the Primes. I can't remember if it was Chaos on Velocitron or the other one, but it's basically a Rodimus Prime head. He didn't come with a body. It was just this little Titan Master, and the face part is actually die cast, so it's a little bit heavier. So if you want, you can
Wow.
switch it out.
Oh, that's cool. That's such a fun addition.
Yeah.
That is so neat. And I was going to say too, I think it's really, I wonder if it was more for practicality's sake, or if it was, I think it's really more kind of a creative design of that. You literally pop in, I think from what I saw, the head of the headmaster is what like pops it into place, right? Is that right? I think for
Yeah,
at least for this.
and that's basically how it was done in the original Generation 1 when they did
That's
Headmaster.
so cool.
They
That's
had
awesome.
the original ones. You had the head, and then there were like little prongs that also would activate a little kind of spin dial thing that would show like tech specs.
Nice. That's so cool. Oh, that's so fun. Like it's just such a fun little specific detail.
Let's see. And my wife was
All
just
right.
pointing out to me that there was somebody had a question in my chat.
Mhm.
So we are looking at various hot rods from different series. This one right here is from um, Titan's Return, and then we had Combiner Wars earlier and animated as well. And they're just all over the generations.
Yeah, that's right. And I voice this guy. I voiced this guy. Cyberverse Hot Rod. I'm Travis. Hello. And
All right.
goodbye, Flip Flop. I'm sorry if I missed you, but thank you for joining us. Thank you everyone here who joined us here. Really appreciate it.
And I just want to say it's really cool that you interact with us. The Transformer fans don't have this very often. The closest that I can think of is back in the Unicron trilogy days, Aaron Archer, who was one of the lead designer people,
Mhm.
secretly interacted with people on the various forums and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
then David Kay and Gary Chalk did Beast Wars,
Beast
Optimus
Wars.
Primal, and Megatron, as well as
Yeah.
animating Prime. Uh, every so often, they'll put out, like on Christmas, they'll put out a little video wishing everyone a Merry Christmas and like singing a song in their character's voice.
That's so cool. I mean, gosh, those I haven't seen those. I have to look out for that. Those were. I mean, obviously, I'm a fan of everything, especially now. But those were this primarily. I might have been exposed a little to G1 before that, just there because I had a very a lot of my family were nerdy people, so they would show me things here and there. But my first kind of conscious show, where I was really taking it in on my own was Beast Wars. So those
Mhm.
were my first Optimus and Megatrons. So I love them. Yeah. But it's a pleasure and an honor to like be doing this. Like this is so much fun. Thank you for doing this with me. I really appreciate it. This is taking your time out to show me how to transform hot rods. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. All
Thank
right,
you.
let's keep within the sort of size class, and we'll do Energon. Now, I'm going to be careful with mine because when I said before I was messing with these figures earlier to kind of refresh my memory on how everything went. And some of the joints on mine are very, very tight. And I think like some dust has gotten in them or something. And so I'm going to be a little cautious with mine.
Okay, I'll follow your lead then, because this one again was secondhand. So
yeah. Okay, so we're gonna kind of, let's see.
I love it's so funny the like mid transforming like forms they're in. This thing just looks absolutely terrifying like this head just sticking out of here.
And that's because he's got an interesting gimmick, and if I can get things to cooperate, I might show it to you, but we'll see. So we're going to lift this grill up. You're going to have to kind of separate the halves of the front a bit and carefully move this up.
Okay. Carefully. You mean move the grill up?
Yeah, the grill, the basically this gray plastic part. There's a hinge right here, and so you just kind of lift it up. Mine had been scarily tight. I actually like loosened the screws on it. And now what we can do is...
Would you say it's just kind of, well, yeah, I think from this one, would you say just generally just try to pop it up, or should it kind of go out and up, or?
I think you got it as far as it's going to go.
Okay. So. It looks like this one has not gone yet, though. See this one here? I'm having trouble with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're right. It's definitely. It's always such a fine line of like, do I like, really go for it? Oh, there we go. There we go. Awesome. Okay, got it.
Okay, and so now what we're going to do is we're going to basically fold these out.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then we got a panel right here that just flips down. And then these little orange bits become heel spurs to help him basically stand.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay.
And then we have this bit right here, which folds down to basically become the waist.
Nice. Yeah, okay. Oh, cool.
Okay, so back here, we're going to kind of lift these up and separate them just a little bit in preparation for this. Sorry, I went too fast. Basically, this back sort of little engine part with the spoiler on it. We're going to lift them up and kind of rotate them. There's a ball joint right down there. And then...
See, hold on. I might be... Where did I go? Where did I... okay. I might be... okay. I think unless I missed a step, I think I'm caught up. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm kind of there.
Okay.
Oh, and
and then we have this little panel here. Will flip down, and then you can rotate this around and then close this back up. And I think technically you rotate this around again. And that gives you the hand.
Oh, I see what you mean. Right.
Though I remember when I got this guy, I used to sometimes I would leave the little engine things out and say that was like him having blaster arms or something.
Nice. Okay. A little trouble with that one. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Here.
And then the head is on this armature that will bend here and here, and then you just sort of flip it down. And there's like a little quasi peg there that it just sort of rests on.
Oh, hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. Okay. Why is mine looking scarier? Oh, I see. Because it's not. Oh, perfect. I got it. Okay.
And then if you have the gun, you can pop it in there. Though The gun is completely made out of translucent plastic, which, as I mentioned before, is not the most stable of things.
Right.
I was so excited when this figure came out because this was like the first new Hot Rod Rodimus in like forever. Because this came out in Inner Jump, which would have been what, 2004 or something like that.
That sounds right. I was gonna say I think late high school for me because I kind of jumped back in on Armada for a little bit in time, and then just for no particular reason except for like I was graduating high school and just got busy and stuff. I fell back out a little bit, but I remember watching Armada. I think toward the beginning of high school, so that would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, because Armada was 2000, because it started when I started college, so that would have been 2002, fall of 2002, I think.
That makes that makes sense. And
No,
I feel like I remember with some of these figures because I bought them off eBay, them saying like does not come with weapon, and I was like, nah, all right, well, that's fine.
Okay, so I'm trying things out to make sure they work. So now the Autobots and Energon had a neat gimmick that I thought was super cool. Not everybody agrees with me on this, but where they were able to combine with one another. So
that makes sense.
And
I
don't know if I want to show it off or not because this joint here, for some reason, is super tight on mine, and it scares the snot out of me. Getting this guy to pop back together is being weird. But
no pressure.
But they can either become
first when the Autobots here.
Yeah, they can either become legs or arms, and it's not always the best thing, but combiners were something I always loved, and so having almost every figure be a combiner, I thought was super cool.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, that's awesome.
So I think on that one, maybe I'll show that off another time or something like that after I've had a chance to like play with this and maybe loosen up the joints again or something.
That's great. Yeah, I mean that would be. I think that's probably perfect for a video. Absolutely.
This design. This is also when Rodimus first gets these little colored fins on his head. This was the starting point for that. He always had the fins on there, but for whatever reason they painted them yellow on this version of Rodimus, and that's a design scheme that, as you can see, has carried over almost entirely.
Wow, that's really cool. And
I think even your Hot Rod has. I don't think they're yellow, but I think like magenta or something like that.
I think you're right. I don't know if it's at least in. I don't know if it's exactly reflected in the toys, but I believe I believe you're correct. It's at least on the show. Yeah.
Sadly, Cyberverse Hot Rod is a victim of paint budget problems.
It happens. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I saw recently that they put out like a newer like Cyberverse Optimus and Megatron though, that those looked pretty cool. I don't know like what exactly they're advertising them as, but I saw I think whatever like recent toy line announcements they were making. I saw that they were and if anyone knows about it, yeah, just let me know. Yeah, that I don't think there were any more figures than that, but they were just a new Optimus and a new Megatron from the Cyberverse design. So and those look pretty good.
All right. Shall we move on to the next one?
Let's do it. We're on a roll. We're doing good.
Okay, so we're gonna move everybody around because this is a big one. So.
Oh yeah.
So Rodimus and Protus and this guy are the same figure, just different colors. I think the head maybe is slightly different. And to answer somebody's question on my end, We do not do the Takara Tomy Masterpiece version of Rodimus. I have the Hasbro version, but I am never, ever, ever opening that up because that figure is notorious for just breaking by looking at it. So the things were engineered was really, really bad. So they're prone to falling apart, which is a shame because he looks really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
someone on my end asked, Travis, are they making a new season of Cyberverse? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. So as far as I know, nothing new is happening with Transformers Cyberverse. I haven't recorded anything new since the second special of the 4th season, which was the Perfect Decepticon. But you never know. See what happens in the future. I had a great time, and I hope you're all enjoying it or enjoyed it. Yep.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull on these little pipes here.
Great.
And then we're going to pull on this panel here and flip that around.
Great.
And then you're going to kind of, depending on how you got him, he's going to be connected here, and then there's a little peg here, so you just kind of have to. And then this is what makes this one of my favorite versions of Rodimus. We move these back here, and now we have Hot Rod.
Yeah.
So this was part of Power of the Primes, and one of the gimmicks that they were trying to do was have this idea of like evolution. And so this actually can become Hot Rod, and then this becomes basically additional parts to make them into Rodimus, which is a really cool thing.
That's awesome.
So let's go ahead and get him into robot mode, and we'll do that first. Great. So we're going to hinge these down like that.
Right.
And then he's pegged in on a little spot here, and then there's like a little T-shaped peg. So you kind of have to twist it at an angle a little bit to kind of free it.
Okay. Interesting. Do you kind of? I see. Here we go.
It's kind of weird.
But you know what? I like stopped thinking and just did exactly what you said, and that was the key. So see you know what you're doing.
Okay, so we got a panel right here that we can hinge upwards at the knee, and then flip the foot down.
I see. Great. Oh, put that back.
Okay.
Here. Honey said, "Don't break it."
Okay.
I'm just gonna try to follow directions.
So, right here we kind of pull this down, and it doesn't go down very far, but just enough to basically free it from this part.
Yeah, I see. Okay, cool.
And then we open this up, and if you look, you can see the larger Rodimus figurehead, but we also have our Hot Rod head, and we kind of lift that up and then rotate it around and put it back down.
Oh, wait a minute. My little on the Did yours swivel pretty easily?
Well, you have to sort of pull it a little bit.
Ah, I see. Great. Got it. Okay. And then back down.
Yeah.
And cool.
And then
what a great figure.
And then you rotate the back around, which is actually a fairly common Hot Rod thing dating back to the G1 toy. And then kind of freeing his elbow joint is always a little scary to me, but because they engineered it weird. And then
Yeah, you're right. Wow.
here he is. And if you have the blasters,
There we go. Okay. Ah, yes, I do.
you can just pop them into his fist.
Hey.
They do a cool thing where these are based off of the guns from his G1 toy. And the Generation 1 Rodimus figure, it always looked like that. His what did they call it? The ion blaster or something like that. Or photon emitter was made up of his two guns pushed together, and then they basically made that happen on this version.
Nice.
So you can combine them together to make a bigger weapon for the bigger toy.
Wow. Oh, that's so cool.
So yeah, this gets you a really nice looking G1 Hot Rod.
Yeah. Oh, what a great design. Oh, it's beautiful.
Okay, so if we want to go ahead and go into Rodimus, we're going to have to pretty much return this guy back to at least mostly to vehicle mode.
Nice.
Trying to remember the steps here. At the very least, the front end needs to go back to vehicle mode.
Right. Okay.
Though the this is what joints always scare me a little bit. Okay.
Oh, I see. I see. Huh. Okay. Let's get this. There we go.
Okay, so.
Okay. If your figures, would you say you can pretty confidently from memory? Do you think you could do at this point?
I have a whole bunch of Transformer figures, so some of them they just come right back to me. Others, I often have to refer back to the instructions. Some even with instructions, I have all sorts of trouble with it. I don't know if you saw my video on the most recent Rhinox toy, but I don't usually get down on figures, but I did not care for that one because his transformation on his legs was just way too complicated for its own good.
Oh, no.
So I'm trying to remember how this goes. Okay, so we're going to bend it here.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Before you do that, you need to get the arms down like this.
Okay.
I've been doing stuff for a while, and I keep forgetting to look at the camera, not at my... yeah, just like that.
Great.
And so you just kind of...
Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
And so then, let's see, we rotate.
Did you pop the legs back in? No. Oh, they... Wait a minute. Oh, okay, I see. They go out. I got it.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Hello, Otto. Hi, Jack.
Okay.
Hello, boater/biker1.
And I'm sorry to the people in my chat that I'm not seeing because I'm like hyper-focusing on this stuff. So I'm afraid I'm completely ignoring things. So I apologize if anybody has important questions and I'm completely missing them.
I'm the same way. I want to make sure, I focus, but hey, Marcy Bug, Team Hot Rod. Hi, Jasmine. Thanks for joining.
Okay, so we're going to rotate this around. So that way we have this little silver part facing forward. And then this goes up like that.
Okay.
And that basically kind of makes his shoulders. And then this part flips up and over. It will make some cracking sounds, which are scarier than I would care for. But there you go. And then you're done.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, look at that. Just kind of floats. It's great.
Okay, so now let's go ahead and grab this part and we can finish up the body.
Great.
Okay, so
Thanks for the likes, everybody. Thanks to Mel's. Thank you. Mel's, we're doing Rodimus Unicronus in a second.
So we're gonna rotate these up.
Rotate.
So that
Did
way,
you mean
the pipes.
Got it.
And then I'm gonna rotate that a little bit to get it out of the way. These parts, you just kind of have to move up a little bit and pop off.
Yeah.
So you can sort of see that.
Did that? Okay, hold on. Sorry.
That just pop it back in place so I can. Oh, actually, when it needs it. So kind of
a little bit.
Yeah. These yeah.
Oh,
there it is.
Sorry if I scared anybody.
And then this part flips over and around.
Sorry, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. What did I miss here?
So this.
Oh, I got it.
The front of the Winnebago part.
Got it. Okay, there we go. Boom.
And let's go ahead and do this now. So we get the torso back, and then we have little kind of C-clip like peg holes here, and then little bars here. And you just kind of have to finagle it on.
I do get on. Hold on. Okay. Does that kind of just pop in, or?
It takes a little bit of force. At least on my copy, it does.
Yeah, no, I do. Snow Pup said, you're the reason why I got more Transformers figures. My Armada Starscream looked lonely. I'm glad you gave your Armada Starscream some company. One of my favorite characters, by the way, Armada Starscream.
Armada Starscream is pretty cool.
Oh, so great. I feel like I also thought that he's getting a figure maybe too. I feel like I saw
a Voyager class figure in the Transformers Legacy line. And
cool.
I can pick that up even though I have his Generations toy. But this one looks like it might be a little bit better.
Okay. Attached.
Cool. So we pop that back there. Okay, so this black part here, these rotate down. And we can also go ahead and pop out the heel spurs.
Cool.
Like that. And then, let's see. Oh, yeah. We're going, so kind of give it a little bit of a tug to pull that out.
Nice.
And then I
want to address a comment. Barbados, Lupus Rex. Yes, a lot of hot rods. We're transforming hot rods. I have some expert help with me. I am the voice of Hot Rod on Transformers Cyberverse, which is why I'm transforming all these hot rods.
Wait, did you say the comment? The person making the comment was Barbatos Lupus Rex?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool because the image I use for my little icon is a repaint of the Barbatos Lupus Rex from Gundam that I did. So that's a neat little coincidence.
Look at that.
Okay, so we have him kind of in a Garowalk mode. And then we're going to flip that up.
Oh, nice.
And then rotate the legs down. And I think now we can close this back up because it doesn't really do much else. And then a waist part like that. And I think this rotates around.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And did you already pull the leg part?
Yeah, I had it yet, but it's
cool.
Easy enough to do.
Got it.
And
Nice.
as Imgo would say, he's getting tall.
Yeah. He has grown significantly.
Okay, so we got a little section here that has a little basically right shape for this. So we got little peg hole here that's square shaped, and then that corresponds to the part up here.
I just got someone said something funny. Someone said that Matrix looks edible. Do not eat the Matrix. I mean, unless you're a Prime. Don't eat the Matrix. Shuey Blyberg, I've only read your name. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, please let me know. For the rose, thank you so much. And Autobot Dino, hey, Hot Rod. And yeah, great. Okay, so let me get this in.
Okay, and so we can plug that in.
Okay.
You can lift the test up if you need to kind of get a better glimpse of what he.
Wow! Oh my gosh!
He's massive. He was leader class, if I remember correctly.
Sorry, what was that?
He was leader class, if I remember correctly. So he was a big boy.
Dem Dragon, thank you so much for the roses. Thank you. Knight, I might cry. Only if it's out of happiness, or cry however you want to. But hopefully it's out of joy for being here. Hello, Peter Quill, and hello, Val. Thank you for the likes. All right, and here it is. Wow, look at this. Amazing. Wow, so cool.
At some point, I do want to get there's the Kingdom Rodimus, which I think was even a little bit bigger than this one.
Wow.
That was
oh yes, I seen that in the stores in a huge box. Yeah.
Doesn't do quite the same stuff as this, but he looks really, really cool. And I just haven't. He doesn't show up in stores very often, and I keep on having other things I'm spending money on.
Yeah, I mean, there with Transformers, there's more than enough. So yeah, I get it absolutely. Honey said, "Sweet, do it again." We actually basically are with Rodimus Unicronus. So, hi, Trapjaw Mass, and someone said Hot Rod is absolutely handsome. Yes, he's a handsome lad. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay.
And there you go. And basically, Rodimus Unicronus is exactly the same.
Nice.
He's just recolored and has a goatee. in at least one of the forms. Because he's based off of Shattered Glass Rodimus, which I don't know how familiar you are with that or not. I don't know how deep you've dived yet.
Not that deep. But I mean, and it's just really because I'm looking for ways to. It's after like the next giant volume of stuff. I know exactly where to buy everything. There's some stuff in my library, but I either want a physical copy or like I don't know a digital copy that I can rent or own. But I'm having a hard time getting the next like giant collection. So I just have to find that to read it, jump over that hurdle, and then. Yeah, but I just read like that first giant collection that they had at they had it at one of my comic book stores nearby.
Oh, and, the IDW collection.
I'm excited. Right? Sorry,
the IDW collection, right?
Yes, exactly. Yes.
I have
Yeah.
been reading those to my son as bedtime stories.
Uh, that's that's how I got into comics. That's it. You got them for life.
Mhm.
Hello, Sideswipe. Thank you. Yeah, but the Shattered Glass stuff I heard is really cool. Obviously, more than meets the eye and Lost Light. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get there.
And Shattered Glass is interesting because its origins actually go back to what was called the Transformers Collectors Club,
Uh
um,
huh.
which was this an official collectors club that was run by Fun Publications, if I remember correctly, and they had the license from Hasbro to basically make these new fiction, and they would also release exclusive toys, and they were the ones that ran BotCon originally.
Oh, okay, okay.
They were running the
I
official Transformers convention until basically they lost the license for that. And so
yeah.
Shattered Glass started off over there. And just recently, they started doing basically a new Shattered Glass that reuses a lot of the design ideas and stuff.
Wow. Cool. Speaking of BotCon, so I'm not going to be there, but I am in touch with the coordinators. It almost happened, but it just the timing didn't work out. But I'm trying to get I hopefully the next round of those, because I know that TFCon's a long running thing, and they just started. This upcoming BotCon is like I think the first one in a while they restarted.
Yeah,
I'm trying on the Transformers specific con circuit. So hopefully, if anyone goes, and the next few ones, you'll see me there at some point, working on it.
that's awesome. I've been
Yeah.
wondering if you were going to start making the con circuit or not.
So far, I've just done like New York tri-state area stuff. Oh, someone said I just got this figure. Yes, awesome. Um, yeah, I just started doing some cons in the New York tri-state area. There was one called WinterCon in Queens, and then I just did another one from the same organizers called Eternal Con, which is really fun. For anyone who's in the New York area, I actually here's some insider knowledge. Fingers crossed. I submitted a panel for some Transformers Cyberverse cast members to go and do a panel at New York Comic Con, and also submitted for Anime NYC, which is an anime convention in New York City. Both of them usually at the Javits Center. But the idea for both being that we're going to go, different members of the Cyberverse cast, and we're going to read our respective characters doing different scenes throughout the Transformers franchise. So we're going to read stuff from the movies, G1. With the anime convention, we're going to do what is it? Headmasters and Armada. So yeah, fingers crossed. Hopefully that happens. But yeah, kind of reading like just the best of Transformers as our characters.
That sounds really cool.
Hope it works out. Yeah, and if not, I'll just do it here.
Let me know if you ever make it to any of the conventions down here in the Texas area, because that's where I'm at.
I
And it's
would love
cool to
to at some.
meet you in person.
Oh yes, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. Yeah. Oh, I would love to do that. Yeah, at some point. Yeah, yeah. As time goes on, I start expanding. I would love to travel a little more, and for sure. So funny enough, you said Texas. I don't know exactly where, but I recently reconnected with a friend of mine who I've known for years, originally professionally. His name is Pierce Cravens, and he alerted me to this once he saw some of the content I was making. But I met him like, oh my gosh, maybe 7 or 8 years ago. I think I understudied him in an off-Broadway show. He went on to voice Hot Shot in Transformers Rescue Bots Academy, but he told me he's in Texas now. So maybe you'll catch him at a convention or something.
That's pretty cool. I haven't
Yeah,
seen the version of Rescue Bots where Hotshot shows up, but I've seen the toys for it. And I always thought it was kind of cool. I was like this close several times to picking some up for the Wheeled Warriors of Primus Line, but I was like, I don't know if I can justify getting a literal little kid's toy for the collection. Particularly, I think at the time I was having to be more cautious with the money and stuff like that. So
I mean, I get it. I get it. That's why, these are secondhand. Like, how can I do this in the most cost-effective way? Absolutely. That's great. All right. Well, do you want to move on to Unicronus?
Sure. I don't actually have that one, so I don't.
Oh, right. That's right. So if it's the same one, let's see if I retained anything.
Yeah.
Let's see if I retained. Very likely not, but let's see. Okay, so I'm going to start by flipping
Yep.
these panels back.
Yep.
Okay, and then I'm going to take the car out.
Yep.
Now I wonder if I should do the full thing or if I should just do the giant one.
It's
all right. Well, let's start with this one. I'll start with the small one. You know what? Even if that's just what we do today, that's okay because now I have the blueprint on how to finish it. So let's see. Okay, no, that's the big head. Okay. Oh, okay, that came out, I think. Yep. Okay.
And then
probably. Actually, that might just
unplug the legs on the back, and remember you have to kind of twist it a little bit because it's
twist them in a little bit.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, and then I remember this pops up. This pops up to get the feet out. Bam. Okay, this is going pretty smoothly. It's not too bad. You have trained this well, far from another franchise. But okay, let's see. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, now where should I go now?
Okay, so the on the hood part, you're going to kind of gently sort of let's see. Let me see if I can. So you kind of pull it down so that way it depegs from the front bumper.
Yeah. Got it.
Go. There you go.
Let's do it. You mean the right? Yes, there we go. There we go. Okay, there we go. All right. Oh, yes, for the head. This pops up. This pops up. That's cool. Oh, and then this comes. Ooh, yeah, that is just
yeah. So that's right. So the hot rod mode for this version doesn't have the goatee, which was a little
right.
Star Trek mirror universe joke thing.
Yeah.
But they did put it on the Rodimus mode.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Hi, Koba. Thanks for joining. Well, you know what? Here, I kind of want to do a quick side by side because that's what I loved about my Hot Rod's arc in Cyberverse too. That they did the design change and gave me the opportunity. It was actually because I know a couple people have asked this, but it was specific in the script that they wanted some sort of voice change, and they were like just something gruffer. And I didn't get fully exactly there because obviously it's existing my voice, but my reference for mentally me was for myself was Snake Plissken from the Escape from New York series, Escape from LA. It's like something grittier, so that was kind of like what I was mentally going for, at least in my portrayal there. And there might have been a few other references, but I actually kind of noticed listening back to that it kind of has like a Batman Beyond-ish kind of thing too, like with just like a young voice, but through like a gruff filter, like when Terry's doing the Batman voice. But anyway, I thought it'd be fun to do a little side by side with my kind of darker scheme design here. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Yeah, all right. And you know what? Do you want to help me get to the
yeah, totally.
The guy quick? Is that okay?
That's fine with me. My wife hasn't told me to get off the get off the live stream yet, so I think I'm good.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That's switch it around. Put it back. Ooh. Oh, that's back up. Ooh.
So you want to get the arms like this.
Right. On the side here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's got basically an extra sort of rotational joint that basically helps with that.
Cool. And then, okay, great. And then just flipping the head over. Oh no, bring this around.
Yeah. So we're going to.
Mine kind
Oh.
of lost the leg. Okay, there we go. Hold on. All right, that's back. Oh, the flip back in the shins, right? Okay, all right, okay. Oh, right. That's okay. That's what I'm missing. That's right. I forgot about that. Okay, hold on.
It's all good, man. One of the reasons I picked this guy for last was because I knew he was going to be a complicated one.
Great. Wow. Look at that. Look at that goatee.
And then we're going
to pure evil, that figure right there. Okay, that goes up. Perfect. Awesome.
And then we're going to flip that up.
Correct, right. Okay. Bam.
All right. Let's see if I can get this in a position to... You see, what's funny is this guy I haven't transformed a whole lot because he takes a little bit of time. So I have it memorized, but I don't. So I have to kind of stop and think a little bit.
I get it. Okay. I remember I have to undo this and undo this down. Oh, there we go. Got that out. Okay.
Yep.
Great.
Okay, so it's going to be a little bit different because now the color schemes are different. So you got the back part here. We'll flip that down, and we can pull out the heel spurs.
Yep.
And then get them like that.
This. Okay. Okay.
And then.
Yeah. Maybe. Okay. Is this right?
Let's see.
That's right.
Okay, so we're on the same page, and then there's right here that goes up and over.
Oh, great. Oh, nice. Got it. Okay, great.
And then bring that up.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Wait.
So we just fully rotate that up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Yes, that was you're right. The color differences are throwing me off. And I'm like, I think I'm turned around. Oh, this is right. I think. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. All right. Bam.
Okay. Let's flip that little part around. And do you have this part down too? Looks like it.
Yes. And hi, Reb. Thanks for joining. Someone asked, does Rodimus Unicronus have the Matrix as well? Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I'm not as caught up on the storyline, but I'm sure there is this kind of evil Matrix has a specific backstory. I'm sure you know better than I do. Literally, all of you.
There's multiple like evil matrices too. So I don't know if that one is like there's like the Dead Matrix or something like that, and then there's a couple from like BotCon lore.
Interesting. Wow. Someone says moldy. Matrix looks moldy.
Okay, so on the arms,
right.
You just flip this part here.
Yeah. One arm here. Other arm.
There we go.
Okay. There we go. Right. Back. Okay, this back. Bye. Has to go charge, but thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, Jake G. What's up? We're just transforming hot rods. Hi, loves jazz. Hello. Someone said right now it's like watching ASMR. You're right. With all like the snapping and the adjusting. It is very ASMR.
Let's see. On my chat,
right.
Super Zach. Yes, this is Travis Artz, the voice actor for Cyberverse Hot Rod. I keep on trying to say Cybertron. It's like, no, that's a different show.
I mean, we were on Cybertron, but yes. At one point we were on Cybertron. That's right. Yes. Hi. Yes, it is me. Okay. And this.
And I have been slowly making my way through Cyberverse. I'm about halfway through the series now, or at least halfway through the playlist that exists on YouTube.
Nice. I think. Are you the Quintesson storyline yet? Have you gotten there yet?
Not just yet, though. I just finished the episode where you, Bumblebee, and Cheetor go out solar surfing and encounter the Sharktons. Which the three of you are really interesting because it's all like different variations of the Turbo Revin Young Punk.
Yes, exactly. That's a really fun one. Some of my favorite stuff is it was just still a little more from where you are. I think I can't remember if it's the same because there's like a break in the storyline where you would think it's like, oh, this is going to be the next season. It's technically all the same. It's technically the same season. I can't remember if I think you're in season 2, right? Does that sound right? Okay, great.
Season 2 in the tens for the episodes or something like that.
My favorite stuff is once you get to season 3 and where I get, well, I won't spoil it, but for some reason I changed into this color scheme. And there's some really fun stuff that happens there. Sorry, I spoiled it a little bit. Yes, the Quintessons. We pronounce it quintessence, and then someone on one of my videos was like, it's pronounced quintessons. Sorry, they probably wanted to get on the same page and just made an executive decision. But I feel like I remember asking too. I was like, is it quintessence, quintessons? But so hopefully that's not 2 nails on a chalkboard for you. But quintessons, quintessence, become involved in some way. It becomes kind of multiversal at some point. Um, it's a really cool storyline. So yeah.
So far, the favorite ones with Hot Rod that I can think of off the top of my head was the very first one with you in it, outside of the
Mhm.
intro, because apparently you're in the very beginning. You've been in the intro from the very beginning, at least in vehicle mode. Uh,
Right. Yes.
was the flashback episode to Velocitron with the Cosmic Rust,
Yes.
which
With
is a
Blur.
surprisingly dark episode, and poor
It
Blur just
really is.
poor Blur just cannot get a break because
Uh,
he gets in Transformers Animated. He gets introduced and then like killed in the next episode or something like that.
oh,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't think
it's okay.
spoilers for a really old show.
The show's been out for what? How long? Like 50, yeah. So it's fine. It's fine. It also shouldn't be too big of a surprise because I think that was the thing with Cyberverse 2, which is I think really fun about it, is they call back to other shows and movies and they try to reflect things here and there. So that I shouldn't be too surprising.
But the
But
other one I really like is there's one where you're captured by the Decepticons on the Nemesis, and
yeah,
you're you're just completely nonchalant about everything, and
yep.
in many ways it reminds me of Goku, but the version from Dragon Ball Z abridged. The
Ooh.
because I was half
I,
expecting you to say something about Muffin Button.
that's so interesting. It's really interesting to talk to people who watch the show who like what you just said of like, oh, this kind of reminded me of this character, and even though I didn't consciously say I'm basing my version of off of so and so, I absolutely grew up watching some like Dragon Ball Z. So um, it's interesting to see without consciously knowing the things that the subconscious influences that kind of were reflected on my character, on my run of the show. So that's cool. Thanks for mentioning that. That's really fun.
Yeah, and specifically, it's the version from there's a web series called Dragon Ball Z Abridged, where basically it's a fan redubbing, reworking of the series. A lot more jokes, really, really well done though. In fact, Team Four Star, the people behind it,
Yeah.
eventually like transitioned from doing this as a fan thing to they are a full on business and basically have their own voice actors that do stuff outside of that.
Wow.
Which was
That's
really
so
handy for them because their videos kept on getting taken down off of YouTube.
That's cool though that they got like acknowledgement. I have to go back and watch that. That's really cool. That's awesome. I wanted to ask. So now that by the way, everyone, we got through our Rodimuses or Rodimi, as someone said the other day. I saw. Here they are, along with some ones that I had already previously were sent to me that way, or I transformed. Here they are. Thank you so much for doing this. I wanted to ask, what is your favorite Hot Rod or Rodimus figure of the ones that you have or encountered or own?
That's a tough one because they're all cool for different reasons. I mean, I really like the Titan's Return. I love the playability of it because of the cockpit and stuff like that. And the design is trying to be kind of IDW Hot Rod. It falls a little flat on that. And this one is just really cool, Power of the Primes, because it has the ability to armor up and stuff like that. Let me see. Go over to the wall.
Oh my gosh. Have you kept track of how many figures you own?
I don't have
numerically
or anything because I have a bunch of stuff on display. That's just one wall. Here's the other. But inside this closet is a whole bunch of other figures in tubs, like almost up to the ceiling. So,
Wow.
oh
Wait,
yeah,
I gotta interrupt you because your wife is in the chat right now, and said I vote that you guys do this again with other Transformers. And also said he has not kept track. He kept track. He has so many. And I am so down to do this with more. That means I have to get more. You're basically looking at my whole Transformers collection right here. But you know what? I'm probably gonna get some more. So if you're down, I'd love to do this again for sure.
oh totally. Because I
Here,
have plenty of figures.
yeah, yeah.
But I think like off the top of my head, maybe Titan's Return, just because I really like the overall gimmick and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And something I wish they would go back to is having a little open cockpit thing and being able to put in a minifigure. I know it compromises the design quite a bit, but I like this one. And this guy I actually keep down. Go back over to the wall. I have a little Lost Light crew display.
Oh, no.
He's not over there. He's not here right now because he's over there. But
Yeah.
so Ultra Magnus, Whirl, Chrome Dome, and Rewind. Poor Cyclonus has fallen over there.
Oh my gosh, that's great. That's great. Well, thank you so much for doing this. This is the most fun way I could have possibly chosen to transform these hot rods. So thank you for doing this with me. And just for everyone to know too, I have a plan, a little video plan for the hot rods, which is the reason I wanted to transform them. I will probably want to do, without giving too much away, another version of that video when I put it out. But so I will need help transforming them back. So if you will, if you could help me we can maybe do another live where I transform them and also the other ones I have into vehicle mode. If you want to do that with me.
I am totally game for that, man. No problem.
Awesome. Very cool. Thank you. Awesome. This was great. I might stick around and just because I know I have not attended to my chat, so I might just stick around for like 5 minutes just to say hi to people. And you're welcome to do that with me, or go off and do your real world responsibilities, whatever they may be.
I'll need to do the dinner thing real quick, though. Somebody in my chat asked if I have any third party. I don't do a whole lot of third party, but going back to the wall, let's see. If you look, let's move Studio Series over for a second. You can see right back there is Classics Rodimus with I believe it's called the Protector armor, the core Rodimus figure is a Hasbro thing, but the armor was done by a third party. And moving Studio Series again, this little battle base thing is the trailer part of it, and then he has his own little version of roller that looks like a race car.
Wow, that's awesome. Those are great. What's your favorite figure? If you had to choose your top three, you can rank them if you want. Your top three just figures in your collection overall.
Let's see. That is a tough one. It's like, how do you pick your children? Energon Prime is one that I always like.
Wow.
He doesn't get a whole lot of love because he's compromised in a lot of ways. I'm having to like stand on his toe because he's way up there. But he's a combiner of sorts, and I always thought that was kind of cool. And then Fire Convoy / original Robots in Disguise Optimus is pretty cool, though. Omega Prime, where he combines with Ultra Magnus, is pretty darn neat.
Those are cool. Yeah.
This purple Soundwave is one of my favorites because it's actually a custom that a friend of mine did for me. So in the original Marvel comics, Soundwave was originally this weird sort of kind of grape purple color with a more light colored head. And
Yeah.
they reused that color scheme in Generation 2 for the comics, though he never had a toy, at least not a toy in his boombox mode. And so I had money at the time, and a friend who did customs, I was like, could you please do this for me? And he's like, oh yeah, totally.
That's so cool. That's that's you're the best of the best. You're getting the what's it called? Very specific, handcrafted stuff.
Then I have a lot of Gunpla Gundam stuff.
Nice. That's awesome. Is that like your second, like, largest franchise collection after Transformers, you would say?
Yeah, pretty much. Back when I was doing a lot of stuff on YouTube, I did a lot of Gundam review stuff.
Nice. Cool.
And then when I started doing, when I did TikTok reviews, I did Transformers because those were a little bit quicker to review, and I got a huge response on them. So I do Gundam stuff every so often, but it doesn't get quite as much love as the Transformers stuff.
Cool. Yeah. I think there's such an active. I actually, Gundam is something I don't fairly know much about. But I was just gonna say, I think there's such like an active part to the Transform toys of the doing of the transforming. So I obviously I get the appeal.
Oh, here's a figure that I wouldn't say it ranks up really high, but it does have a special place in my heart. That is, I believe it's Piranacon. He's the combined form of the Seacons from Generation 1. And
Wow.
back in the day, I was a moderator on a Transformers forum called the Seacon Swamp. We had kind of went off on our own after a split from a bigger Transformers forum. And so because it was called the Seacon Swamp, I always had this soft spot for him, and I admittedly regret that they made a newer version of this guy, and I was not able to get him because they were super expensive at the time, and I didn't have the money.
It'll if you want it, it'll come back around. Meaning you'll find a way to get it at some point. That's really.
Why are you not mentioning the Toys R Us display when we got when we took exhibit to his first colony wasn't even one yet?
My wife is.
Place. I heard. Why aren't you mentioning? What? Now I'm so curious.
Okay, should I go ahead and go to it? Okay, so we're gonna go to a different part of the house. Yeah. So
great. It's great.
This is one of the more interesting things that I got. This right here was a sort of display kiosk thing. Supposedly it was at the Times Square Toys R Us. No clue if that's true or not, but the person that I got from, who's a reputable dealer, said that was the case. And we got this at BotCon 2012. The first and only BotCon I went to, and it was one that we actually took my son to it, even though he was only a few months old at the time.
We dressed him up like Bumblebee and Optimus Prime because we could.
That's my wife, by the way, who all the Bumblebees are hers.
They are mine.
Yeah. That's so cool.
So this is for Dark of the Moon. It doesn't do anything right now because I took the batteries out so they don't
leak. It got really annoying. The fan kept setting it off.
Yeah, because we got a little motion sensor thing, and you could push a button. But
whoa, that's epic. That's cool.
But yeah, that's one of the more expensive items that I've gotten.
That's a good get. I mean, if you get the chance, you got to take that home with you. That's cool. That's so cool. Well, thank you for showing everything and for showing me that. Thank you to your wife. I'm really glad we all got to see that. It's so cool.
Now I'm just showing off all the other stuff I have.
You got it. You got to flaunt it. I understand. I was going to say the only thing that I think I'm in the market for, and this is just completely nostalgia driven, is I would like to get a Optimal Optimus, because that
Mhm.
was one the toys I remember having as a kid. So I was like, it'd be cool, even if just yes, yes, yes. Oh my god,
I have
yes.
I have the original
Uh,
Beast Wars version. Uh, who I've learned that his limbs have GPS plastic in them. I don't know if you're familiar with that or not.
no, I don't. I don't know what
Okay.
that means.
Okay. Especially if you're going to be buying some vintage stuff. GPS refers to gold plastic syndrome, and it is a type of plastic that was very common in the late 80s up to early 2000s. And it is a plastic that gets its characteristic is it's kind of this gold color. There's some
Uh-huh.
bronze and stuff like that, and it can be become very very brittle and will shatter. And
Wow.
supposedly there's parts in his arm joints that are made from that. So after I learned that, I was like, okay, I'm not transforming him ever again. But like
Is it staying?
my Megatron, you can't see it as well here, but part of him has snapped, and
Oh,
the people that
wow.
follow me will know. I was going to review the Beast Wars Combiner Magnaboss, and one of his components was made almost completely out of gold plastic, and it snapped on me when I was prepping him for review, and I was like,
No.
I ended up taking a break from reviewing for a couple of days, like a couple weeks actually after that, because I was like,
Yep.
I need to rethink what I'm doing now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I would do the same thing. Just like, okay, let me reset and refocus. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
okay. Thank you for that, because
and
now,
this
especially if
Dinobot, yeah, so in this Dinobot here, he has pieces that snapped off of him.
whoa.
And what's frustrating is not all gold plastic is like that. Like this gold plastic is fine. It's just
Yeah.
there's some where it's no good. But there is a newer version. Now this one has some third party stuff on it. It
Mm-hmm.
comes from Power of the Primes, the same line that Rodimus came from. And he has this
Yeah, yeah.
evolution gimmick where part of him becomes a sort of a weird version of Optimus Primal.
Oh, cool. Okay. Well, maybe that's what I should go for then. And yeah, okay. Wow, good to know. And if I do get a vintage one, I'll just remember not do anything to it.
Yeah,
Just
just be careful with it. Um,
wow.
I don't know if there's a comprehensive list of figures, but if you go onto Transformers Wiki and look up Gold Plastic Syndrome, it has its own article because it's that important. Plus, there's been a couple of jokey references to it in fiction. Like I
Uh,
would say in animated, they said that I think it was their version of Red Alert, like developed a vaccine for Gold Plastic Syndrome or something like
oh, that is
that.
so. That's really good. Oh, that's good. I love the stuff self-referential stuff. Cyberverse had a fair amount of that. Um, the writers are such big fans, so I love that kind of stuff. That's great. Ah, so cool. Thank you for like showing all of this. This is so awesome.
Uh, well, I'm always happy to show off. Some of the initial videos I did that really got people kind of interested in me were basically I had um, I had rearranged things a little bit and was showing off the shelves because people I'd shown off like the work I was doing and people were like, oh, I want to see this, I want to see that. I was like, okay, and I did an entire series where I showed basically each wall, and then
Yeah.
I started doing the full on reviews, and those I started with Beast Wars stuff, and that really kicked off.
Wow, look at that. All right. That's so cool. I mean, Beast Wars. I love. Yeah. I mean, I'm partial because that was the show that I got started with, but such great characters and designs, and Yeah, except for the gold plastic syndrome, apparently. but otherwise, it's it's so cool. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much again for doing this. This is a real treat, and I look forward to
you
transferring back.
Sounds good. Well, I will go ahead and
awesome.
let you go then, and I can't wait to do this again. And thank you everybody that came by for the live stream, and hope to see you all again in the next video.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, thank you everyone. I'm gonna stick around and just talk to you in the chat for a little bit because we were busy transforming. Have a good dinner, and thank you to
No problem. You have a good one.